Hey, good morning, everybody. This is the professor with Day Trading for Success. Today, we're going to be trading the RV strategy again. We're going to be trading Microsoft with a large group of people. Everybody is trading under their $100,000 margin because they've made the 25,000 PDT rule. Make sure you read this disclaimer. I am not a licensed financial advisor. You should seek the advice of somebody you trust before you try to do any of these trades, and trade in a simulator first and make sure you can be green in a simulator. Make sure you read this. Okay, so today the maximum everybody can afford is roughly 225 shares. So we're all trading the same amount, so there's no FOMO, and we are all trading market orders as well. So I can see right now I've already got a problem because I was not doing that with this. So let me get my reverse button over here. I have so many different layouts. I can't, the ones that I bring over, I don't usually do the reverse with freestyle trading, but I always do with the RV strategy. But anyway, so we're going to be showing what that strategy is right now. It came out last year, 2023, and it was the first large cap stock strategy that people started to do good with. You know, it's a range bound strategy. So you find the range of the large cap, and then you trade this strategy that came out called the RV strategy, meaning recreational vehicle, because it can move a distance, but nice and slow and in control. So you're not trying to catch these big momentum stocks and jump in and jump out with 2,000 shares. Instead, you can trade 5 shares, 10 shares, 50 shares. In this case, we're going pretty high up for an expensive stock, 225 to the maximum that people can afford in their account if they've made the pattern day trading account rule. So, but anyway, so basically, it's really the best large cap strategy out there. Let me show you how. And I have a link to a book that they put out about it. The $1 Million Margin Club puts out these different strategies. We definitely wanted to trade this one. I was one of the lucky ones that got to beta test this earlier last year, in the early part of last year. And I was showing people how well it was doing, basically just with my beta testing it. And it was doing really well. And then I never stopped trading it. Our group here has never stopped trading it because it's so good. And then we obviously trade other strategies as well. And this big jumbled up mess, I'll explain what it is. It's part of that specific strategy. So we don't always have tons of lines on our screen, but this particular strategy, you'll be very happy you have them, and they're made on different charts. Well, I'll go over how they're made. But anyway, I'll have a link to that book. The other books you might want to look, I always have my favorite book of all time is Trading in the Zone. Mark Douglas, that's every trader should own that. And then Best Loser Wins, Tom Hougaard, every trader should own that. I think every trader should own Day Trading Volume 1, which is this large cap strategy. And then the other one that they put out they put out a whole bunch of books, the $1 Million Margin Club, but there's 3 of note. The other 2 I'm going to mention is the Candlestick Pattern Playbook. When COVID really hit hard, all the new day traders came in, and the patterns that used to be really only watched for full the day charts began to come into play more on the intraday charts. So there's a whole book out about that and the accuracy of these patterns. And most of them, a lot of people already knew about these patterns, but they just became more accurate because there were so many more traders coming in that learned the patterns. So it became a self-fulfilling prophecy with more and more trading the exact same thing over and over and over again. So that's called the Candlestick Pattern Playbook. I have a link to that. And then you have another one that I can never remember the name. I'll have a link to it. They're day trading volume 1, 2, and 3, but if you type in volume 2 or 3, it won't come up with the books on Amazon. So you've got to put in the Candlestick Pattern Playbook, or I think the third one is Candlestick Masteries 66 Patterns from Beginner to Pro, something like that. And then I'll have, of course, Mark Douglas's book and Tom Hougaard's book. And then I have a whole bunch of other log books that are linked to, because I really think everybody should log. And so many new traders don't log. And it's not just about having the electronic way you can log and the way you keep track of things like on TraderView or something like that, which I do have myself. But it's more like, what are your thoughts for the trade? What was your thoughts before the morning start? What was your mood? You know, what were you thinking about? And then write down your max loss per trade, your max loss per day. And this goes for sim trading too, like when you're starting, because you've got to develop a habit where you're always, is this actually the spread here? Sorry, I'm interrupting myself because this doesn't make any sense to me. Okay. You know, and then why did you take that particular trade? So I'm a big advocate for logging. So I think the first book that came out that I had anything to do with it at all, I'm not a publisher, but I mean, I really was behind that book. I can't think of the name of it. That's how terrible. It's been a while. The Trading Journal Logbook. The Trading Journal Logbook. Anyway, that one has everything from, you know, you can trade options and futures and or just regular stocks or, you know, anything you want to trade, because it's like a universal logbook. But it really has an emphasis on taking notes, which is key if you're a beginner, or if you're already a pro, you know that. Now, a lot of people that become pros and as a profession, they give it up. And the only time they go back to it is if they start to do bad again and they try to figure it out. So that's cool. You know, at least that's an outlet to say, what the heck am I doing wrong? Go back to the drawing board and restart again, which we all do as professionals over and over and over again. So that's something you should expect. And you should also expect that it's going to take you, if you're a beginner here, a year, 2 years, 3 years, maybe even 4 years to start to turn a profit. So keep in a sim, keep your losses as tight as you can possibly do it when you go live. Make a real trading plan that you stick to from max loss per trade. Walk away. Not every day is a day you can trade. If you didn't get any sleep, I mean, there's just all kinds of things to think about. You have to be the best part of yourself to do this. This is ridiculously difficult to day trade. So, you know, and don't be so hard on yourself if you're still 2 years in and it's not working. Everybody has their own speed where it clicks, and often those become the best traders that there ever are. There is out there, because they really learn it rather than just being told. And this is something as a teacher, because I used to be a math teacher, people that come upon the information themselves without being told, like they're just going through a process of learning something and not being told, they get it down so much better than the people are being told this is how this works, and they commit it. But the ones that discover it as they go along, they're the ones that are the best teachers of it. That's what I've noticed in my travels as a teacher. The students that, you know, they didn't even know that they were going to learn this thing, and they were like, boom, like, hey, and I'm like, yeah, that's on page, you know, 416. Oh, I didn't read it. It's like, so part of you's like, come on, you know, and the other part's like, that's, you know, you realize that because it came to them. So that's a lot of the times with traders that are struggling. What happens? They become like the best traders and teach other traders as time goes on. But just don't be hard on yourself, and don't trade with real money. Other thing I'll just bring up before I get into this exact strategy is that I remember that when there are people that would say, you know, most people are on that. 90% of people that trade are doing it on Robinhood, or they're not trading like this. And they're having a good time, like, and they're talking about crypto, and they're talking about, I mean, we know, right? You know who I'm talking about, right? When you get into something like this, it's a lot different. And then you start to try to find people to have conversations with it. And you say, yeah, I'm in a simulator now. And then they laugh at you. You're in a simulator? And it just shows the ignorance of people that know nothing about this. And you will have a hard time finding people that know anything about this until you meet somebody that's already doing it. You're not going to be able to create them, most likely, you know. But yeah, they don't get that trading a sim is absolutely what you have to do. Absolutely, you know, trading a sim. So yeah, it's not funny. It's not stupid. It's what a good trader does. And professional traders go back to it over and over and over, unless they have such a good bank account that they just relearn their mistakes again while losing real money. And, you know, a lot of traders will tell you, I'll never go back to a sim. And maybe they don't need to, and they don't have to. But all right, there's my speech. Now, this is a 1 minute perfect, what we consider to be the perfect 1 minute layout, meaning we trade on a 1 minute chart. This is the famous scalping indicator down here. I scripted this myself. These are the green are the buyers, the red are the sellers, the blue column is the volume. This is giving the sentiment within the candle, as you can see where the percentage is here. So this really helps scalpers. If you get good at reading this quickly, you can jump on a trade long when it says it's going long. See 84.90, see how the price is going up here? You jump on the trade long and then you get out quickly when it's up 5 cents, 10 cents, 12 cents. You don't wait. So, and then you can kind of read it as it goes across too, like, hey, how is it going? How is it overall the average? Are the buyers going down? So get ready, the volume going down. See how it's going down there. So, you just got to look at everything, not just in the moment of jumping in the trade. But yeah, this trade, you could have jumped in and made fast money. Now, this isn't giving you information that you can't get elsewhere. It's really combining 3 parts of information that just happened seconds ago and that everybody's watching with different indicators. This just gets it to you quicker. So everybody has different way they read things. This is what I found as being a teacher. This is really helps a lot of people scalp. And now the best way, of course, is learning the level 2. This is the bid and the ask before the buying and the selling of the security has happened. So if you see these are multiplied by 100 on the side here, these numbers. But the problem is this is getting less and less reliable. There's 2 problems with this. Large caps, these numbers over here very, very rarely will stall the movement of a large cap stock. It's just too big. It's just too many shares are being traded. So you're not going to see that happen a lot. So you're not going to use level 2 too much for large cap. It can come into play occasionally. And then the other problem with what's going on over the last 3 to 5 years is more and more of this is hidden from us, not just because traders that trade Lightspeed or other brokers can hide their trades. That's one way, but also because of all the shenanigans that are going on at the market maker level and at the dark pool, because in essence, Charles Schwab, which I trade here with Thinkorswim now, they have their own exchange, their own dark pool that I go through, which is basically market order. That's their own dark pool. So, that understanding what is a real dark pool, it's not an evil thing, really. So, but that can all be hidden, so you might not see that on the exchange. So I would say somewhere between 50 to 70% of this is hidden all the time. So how much can this help you? So really, you really want to look at the data that's already happened, that's happened just within seconds, and make a decision. Right? People can't even barely trade that fast, right? Especially on a large cap, so you'd be fine. The other thing I have here is the volume profile. You want to make sure you watch the videos I have about how to set this up for intraday. This is not a custom script. This is available on Thinkorswim, and I have many videos about how to set it up. So it's right here showing you this volume, price action volume, right now. What's going on right now? It's average. This is a custom script that's available for free. So level 2, active trader tool. This is a 15-minute chart. This is a 5-minute chart I'm going to open up in a second. The RSI, the MACD. Then we have a 5-minute that's reduced here that I'll show you. 1 hour, 4 hour, a day one to watch the QQQ. And then we have the news down here. So how do we set this up? The first thing we do, because we're going to start trading in just a minute, is we look at a day chart. So each one of these candlesticks are a day. I'll get to what all these lines are in just a minute. But what you need to do is you need to figure out what the range of the stock's going to be. So you figure out the ATR. So every stock has an average true range. Well, every stock has a range. The average true range, Wilder's, is over a 14-day period. So you look at this is the day moving right now. You look at yesterday's. What did yesterday's candle close off? To the right of my picture, it says $437.11, okay? So then you go down here to this ATR down here, all right? So the ATR is going to change when I go over the candle. So that ATR is $7.73. You divide that by 2, all right? And then from the close of the candle, which you saw the amount up there, you subtract half of it to get the ATR low and add half to get the ATR high. Now you have the entire range of that $7.73 starting from the center and going both, spreading out up and down. So we expect the stock to move within that range. Usually, already today, it left the range. So we're way up here. So I made pivot levels and Fibonacci levels. So after you figure out the range, you're trying to create channels according to this strategy. You're trying to create pivot points where you think that stock might turn around. Well, how do we do that? Well, the first thing we do is we open up this 5-minute I have here set for 10 days, and we set Fibonacci levels. It's always left to right. So you go high to low. It could have been low to high, but it's always left to right. You click, drag, click again. Then nature's mathematical formula speeds up, and you're looking for these levels to come in between this. But in this case, they're above it because the price action's going above it too. I mean, looking for it to be above it. It is at it where it is. It opens up, but these can be very, very highly respected. So you want to look at that. So now that's not the same as historical data. We'll get to that in a second. Then I set another Fibonacci level just for a 2-day. So again, this one ended up being high to low, left to right. That gave us more pink lines that we want to look for respect. Now, if I took away all these blue lines, there aren't really very many lines in here, but or column levels, we're trying to create levels where the stock would turn around. Look how it turned around at the ATR. Look how well that's respected. That's not just set up that way for this strategy. This is how people set up the ATR to see the range, and then the fibs open up in between. See how in between those pink lines, the price action moved? So this is the Fibonacci levels are something to take very seriously. And then the RV strategy says, you want to look to mark channels or other levels based first on a 4-hour chart. And if there's not enough of them, or the range between the two isn't tight enough, then 1 hour, then 15 minute, then finally 5 minute. In this case, guys who always follow me along when I trade with this, I just did the 4-hour. So if you open up a 4-hour chart, you just find where historical action where historical data turn the price action around. All right, so if they're not right at a fib, I'm going to mark where it got turned around. Well, this is today right here, but I mean, so you can see there's the most recent one from the other day, yesterday, or pre-market, and then you can see how I tried to catch it unless they were caught by the ATR or the fib. I caught some below the ATR, some in the middle, and a whole bunch above, because even as I was looking, I could see that it was already moving up. As the market opens, I marked the rest of these. But that's historical data, and you're looking to see if those levels are going to be, you should respect them or not. Maybe you should, maybe you shouldn't. But the way you look at it is you always respect them until you don't, until they broke the line level. Now I'm going to start setting up to trade, and we'll go over more about patterns, and you'll see how I'll trade this. So this is the 5-minute chart. I always want to keep an eye on this to kind of check for alignment between 1 minute and 5 minute. I'm always looking at the MACD. The RSI says we're kind of overbought, so it looks like it might go down here. It's always just a probability. Here's the 15-minute. So always look at the bigger moves too. We have, everybody's ready, right? Yeah, okay. So we've got just over a minute before I take a position here. Now I'm going to be doing what they call quarterbacking, but everybody takes their own trades. They can listen to me, but I'm not responsible for their trades. But I always have a full house here on Zoom to trade with. And I'm getting ready right now. Getting a little more iced coffee. I tried switching to tea. That lasted about a week. Trying to lower, I think tea has caffeine too, but lower my caffeine level, mostly because at night I want to sleep and I get kept awake. I'm sure I'm not the only one struggling with that. So this is the share size I'll be trading, 225. I'll be trading it with market. You will see me reverse, and why I reverse, that means if I'm going one way, instead of selling and going the other way, I just reverse, it instantly goes the other way. Right, and I do that when I think the level's going to change within, momentarily. And then if I'm wrong, I kind of do what I call manage a bad position, going the opposite way for a length of time. Now, if you're used to watching this, I have much bigger channels today. We have a wide spread on this stock, and I just didn't feel the need to do tighter channels. So here we go, guys. Right now, I'm looking. Now I'm looking to bank off this level. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and go in. So I bought long to start. I'm going to reverse. I don't like to actually lost money on that. I didn't like the look of that. Boy, there was some serious slippage there. That was not good. Wow, so my position's 443.37. Wow, did you guys see that slippage? Was that just me? I thought I was green there. Wow, this is going to be hard without doing bid and ask, I think. I'm going to go ahead and do that again on this level. So I got it at 443.24. And it's not looking good to me again. So this is really hard. I'm actually going to take a loss there. All right, so it's definitely breached this level. And I'm not sure reverse is the way to go with this stock because of the spread and the slippage. So I am in a quandary as to what to do here. Looking at the market maker up here. I should already be like 300 bucks, so I'm a little perturbed by this. Now, this was not the stock I wanted to trade. I'm going to put it out there. But most people did, so maybe by popular vote. So let's see if this level is going to be respected. And how much will I slip off this if I go to reverse right here? Is this thing set right? Oh, there we go. That wasn't even set right. All right. I'm looking at market maker now. Yeah, it did come off of that level, but I got to tell you, it was only 100 and something bucks, and I felt like I was going to slip 60. So yeah, this is a very kind of a thinly traded stock, guys. This might not work. I mean, I'm happy with the levels. They worked. This turned it around right here. But because of the spread and the slippage, we could have some trouble here. And again, I'm used to trading more shares too, so maybe I wouldn't have been $300. I just thought I would have been over 100 at the very least by now. So everybody's green. That's good. That was a really shaky beginning. It seems like it's going to go up there, guys. I think I'm going to have to flip it around. I'm going to flip it around right there. What did I get it at? I thought it hit the fib, and I'm way above the fib, so that's not cool. But the fib was something to me that was important to take, so I did bank 159. This isn't going to be one of those big hook YouTube thumbnails, I don't think. Just let's see if we can make $1,000 instead of the 5,000. There's a couple of you just around $50. I mean, this is hard. So far, the price action is kind of difficult on this. I thought I remember this before with Microsoft. There was some reason why I didn't want to come back to this, and I'm starting to remember why. It's got some jerky volume motion here. Well, we'll look for it to bank off this. See if it gets up there. Okay, so is it going to break that ad there? Let's see if we can get up to the next level. I'd like to try to create a bigger level here for this. Okay, so we're looking for the 45, unless it drops off here. There's 33. Look at the market maker. 39, 40. I'm going to take that. 37. Look at that slip. Well, now it might not be slip as much as it moved as I pressed it. Market maker's job to give me the best in between the spread, but the spread is 7 to 10 cents, it looks like. I mean, we did manage to get over 400. I could be in the wrong position here. So I'm at 37, which is like right here, roughly. So if we see it blow through 45, I've got to think about managing that. Yeah, I had over 400 a second ago, so we're looking for this to get back down here again. That's what we're looking for. No, wow, this has got some funky action, man. So the 5-minute might be making a bull flag here. Check that out. I don't want to be on the wrong end of that. I'm kind of right here at this. So if this turns green and the next one's green, I need to get out in a big way. Wow. So there you go. That's not what I wanted to see. That's okay though. If this keeps going down, there we go. We gotta get you down there to something. Can that blow back down to that level real quick? That would make me feel real nice. Down here, guys. Let's get down here. I'm looking for it. I don't want to miss it if it banks down there. Ugh. I saw the 6 and then I didn't get it till the 7, but I did bank over 500. The question is, will it keep going down to the fib? So I do have a $500 max loss. I do not want to reach that considering what I'm trading right here today, but man, guys, huh? Not the normal action I'm used to. I mean, the strategy's calling it out perfectly. See the price action coming in up here? And see if pull this point of control up. Make sure you watch those videos about this. This is not how other traders set this up a lot, so you might want to make sure you understand. So when you see this price action coming in, which is an average that's happened from 4 a.m. to right now, often it will pull the point of control up, which acts like sort of a boost. Wow, did I just not paying attention here? I'm going to take that, guys. So that's the second time it bounced off that. Ugh. I really thought it was going to go down right here, so I may be managing a bad position here. So I see one of you's up to 700. Good for you. Here we go. It's going the right way now. So let's get back down here. Maybe even here would be really good, huh? Now it all depends on the strength. You can see the sellers came up here. So look at that. That's very strong. It was 90 for a second. But the volume went down with the sellers. No, that's not what I want to see. So that's not good. Now this scalping indicator is telling you that it's about to go back up. So I can't, one of the things I can't do, unfortunately, is I cannot take mini scalps with the slippage here. Try to get 30 bucks here, 50 bucks here, because I'll slip just that much. So I don't like trading this stock. The volume's kind of low. I think we might be a lot of the volume, our group, and it's just this keeps coming in up here, which is scaring me as far as going short. That point of control is way down here. So I'd look at this fib. I mean, this is a huge channel here, right? So we got a 60-cent channel for the most part. That is a good trade right there. That is a good trade. So I don't want that to bounce back up without me. Let's see. Like it just did. I'll take that. I'm going to take that there and hope that it's not going to keep going down. Of course, it's going to go down now. There it goes. Wow. Okay, so I guess if it breaks that fib, I got to I got to reverse. Is it going to break the fib? Is it going to come back, give me a break, take a lesser loss here? It seems to be really going down. Wow. This could be my first losing trade, guys. I'm not liking the look of this. Going to bounce back for us. Get back up there. Oh, the point of control pulled up too. I missed it. So that's going to pull this back up, guys. So okay, so I'm holding through a terrible trade right now. Going to bank off that other fib. It should go up right now, because of that. It should, whatever. The volume profile is one signal that tells you that it could go up, I'm taking a lesser loss. I'm going to go short. I think it's more inclined to bank off that fib and go back. Really? Is this what you're going to do to me? I waited a long time for you to turn around. Look at the sellers go up on the scalping indicator. That's good. Let's take it down to the next fib at least. Then I'll go long and try to recoup some of this. That is not good. And that's an inverted hammer. I got to reverse in just a second, guys. If that's not going to, that breaks that fib, then I'm going to take my second losing trade. I'll reverse on the 2. So I reversed on that fib. So I got some of that money back, maybe, unless I lose it right now. So let's see. Wow, this is hard today. Like I said, we're going to struggle to make 1,000. How's everybody doing? So, I'm in third place. So we've got one person that's just keeps crossing 800, then coming back, and most people are under 500. Yeah, it's hard. But 500 a day, 2,500 a week. We are under the PDT. Is it going to break this fib and slap me again? Meaning the yellow fib, the 10-day. Now it just passed through the 2-day, 5-minute. And it might come right back down here, so. Yeah, I'm not going to jump out this time because this point of control's up here and all that price action pulled it up. So a lot of people saw that. A lot of people are going that way. This was here before. This was newer price action. Let's at least wait for it to get into this level. Now this could still be a bull flag here, so on a 5-minute. So there's the pole, there's the flag, 82% accuracy. Make sure you get the candlestick pattern playbook because that's a big deal. This right here is a spinning top at the bottom of this downward move telling you it's reversing, and an inverted hammer telling you it's reversing, and it reversed. Then we look at our levels. Then we look at the volume profile. We look at the scalping indicator to try to get everything backed up. This is still saying that this should go up right now. So that's what we're looking for, at least to about right here. That 5-minute candle closed. So if this candle closes green, we could get a big move up. So Wow, this is a very tempting trade to get out of right now. I just... Excuse me. The only thing I had for breakfast was a hard-boiled egg, and I seem to have indigestion from that. Okay. We're at the point of control now, guys. So I am looking to reverse up here. This is a nice, one of our biggest trades yet, over 200. $25.30. Wow, it's still going. Let's see if we can break the outer band of the volume profile up here. No, no, is it gonna? Uh-oh. Need more coffee to kick in. This one trade might get us over the 1,000. Well, some of us. Oh, you already are. Okay. Well, good. So I'm reversing right there. And it's probably too soon, but this to me looks like where it would turn around. There's a huge gap. If it breaks that, I'd be more inclined to go the other way. I really wanted to bank that profit and not suck it down before I could react. So that was more or less why I did that. So I got it at 67 short, 443.67 short. So let's see what happens. We were above the point of control, so it's going to pull it back down. I call it the magnet for a reason. We are above the VWAP. This is the 9 moving average and the 20 moving average. So did you see how it respected that? It's making a tweezer move right there. So that would mean that it could possibly go the length of the entire, that if you want to call it a pole. This isn't making me feel good because this could still be the bull flag, which is the strongest pattern that we have right here because this is on a 5-minute chart. But the price action here showed something different. So this could still give us an opportunity and still close green over here. So you got to, not get lost in with the little picture here. $43 even might be something. That's a psychological level 443 even. Okay, we broke 1,000. That's good, and it's right at the point of control, and it just slammed way down. Let's see if we can get to that next line, which is 58. It's on the way fast there. Market maker says 79, 74. I hit it when it said 72, not 66. All right, so I jumped the gun. I wanted to jump the gun, just not that much. So, but, I banked that money, so let's see how that goes for us. So there's bigger channels here, and I did that on purpose, and that's probably a really good thing in view of the slippage and the action here. Right, we can make money this morning. This is below what I'd like to make. As you know, my goal is 5K a day at least, so I'll probably be doing the power hour. But that doesn't happen every day. Don't get the wrong impression. I just try to make it happen every day. And then with this RV strategy, I think my best half hour was around 40K. So this strategy is amazing. I will have a link to it. Day Trading Volume 1 is what it's called, what it's in. And that book has just about general trading and all about offshore accounts too. If you're having trouble with a PDT, getting PDT, it gives you all those different connections for offshore accounts. As well as it does have some patterns in there in that book, but the Candlestick Pattern Playbook is definitely the one to get. Okay, is it going to stop at the 19? See, it banged off here a couple times. It just kind of turned around. So if it gets me over $100 again, I might look to to short off that level up there. Yeah, I'm going to take that. So I reversed off of that, got up to 1300. Now if it breaks through the 45, this is what I call managing a bad position. If it, well, I'm still making money, so that's good. But I was kind of assuming it would go a little bit further, but I wanted to bank it and hope that it wasn't going to go a lot further. Now that's a tweezer move right there. Again, candlestick pattern playbook, which means the length of this candle to go down. It did that. Now we're coming back up. And this is still showing you kind of a bull flag here, so I'm kind of going the wrong way for that one. I always play the short-term moves more, but if someone were to ask me, I would respect this pattern more than any other pattern I see on the 1 minute. You know, so it just sometimes takes a while for the 5 minute to be respected, to reconcile sort of in everybody's mind. So, let's see. Wow, you're doing good up there, man. 1600. You're staying ahead of this all the way, making all the right trades. And you and I are now first and second. Good for you. We left a couple of them in the dust back there, but there are at least 2, 3 over 1,000, so that's good. Yeah, it's easy to get sucked into the wrong trade here, and then when you've got slippage too. But everybody's green, really green. Is there anybody under 500 at all? Nope. Nobody's even under 700. So yeah, everybody's doing good. Not a bad morning's work, right? So day trading for success, this channel is trying to have you make $100, $200 a day, $300 a day, maybe $500 a day. This is a particularly good day for what we would show you to do, depending on, you know, your share size. Is a little risky, you know, to go into a higher share size like this, but so let's see if we can get it down here. But yeah, so there's so many videos to watch, so many trading video archives, so many how to set up these layouts, how to build them from scratch, or just get them free. Just type in free layouts, a whole bunch of episodes will come up. How to do your charts, you know, how to see which way the market's going to go in the morning video, how to set up your scanner so you don't have to pay for a scanner service. Everything here is free. We don't sell courses. Some people find that very, very irritating, but it's sort of a thing here that we don't charge money for anything. So that's why we don't do the courses like so many of the other channels do. But the information is here, and there's probably some really good courses out there from other people, you know. I'm not going to endorse or unendorse, positive or negative. I'm going to take that right there. So we broke that. I was trying to jump into the 30 here, but I got 47. And I saw it going down, and I thought that was going to be a good I thought I was going to get it down here. So, but let's see if it breaks down here and breaks the. I would say if it breaks the VWAP, I would be having to reverse my position. Now, if this shot up and closed green, we'd have some real action upward, but it's only got like 45 seconds to do that, so. This thing is not giving me confidence going up. See if I can catch it off of this point of control. Try to add a little bit to the money without losing the trade. No, it didn't do it. I'll do that. I'm going to short right there. See if I can bank it off of this down here again. I don't know how much that slipped, but I think it slipped quite a bit. It seems long as the play. I'm going the wrong way. I'm going the wrong way. Get back down there. Get back down there. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Take a lesser loss. I'm telling myself to take a lesser. I'm going to take a lesser loss right there. Okay. So I was over 1,600 a minute ago. Now I'm not. 442.89. Now it comes back down. And isn't that always the way, Mr. Puppet Master? It looked like it was really going to, it was making a move. Oh my God. Yeah. Annoying. I really had my sights set on 2K by the way this was going. I've only got about 4 minutes left, so. Now we can't add to the share size. You know, we can't double down. These are the rules we play with. Looking at that volume profile, I'm wondering, it's price action on both sides of the magnet right now, so it's not. It's kind of like telling you it's going to consolidate, but look at the scalping indicator. It was way up. It was 90% a second ago. Now this isn't a definitive pattern as far as candlesticks. I mean, if this is at the bottom of a trend, that'd be like a spinning top. It's almost a tweezer going up, but not really. The 5 minute here, you had a hammer at the bottom of that trend, which is a hammer, and that's showing you that it would go up, and then it hit a spinning top or a fat rickshaw man, and then it just started to consolidate here. So the 5 minute, if I were to read this, would say it's going up. It just hasn't done it yet. Same with the 1 minute. They're both telling you right now from these patterns, which aren't clearly definitive, that it should go up right now. Other than that, you know, we look at the scalping indicator and we got support off this historical data level, and there it goes. So at least now it's green. Oh, excuse me, guys. I'm not going to jump in and out again and try to capture a small. With this stock, it's just crazy. But this is the RV strategy, so I'm using these levels for the most part to make my trades, and then I'm just looking at other data to reinforce them. So it kind of played inside this channel here, broke out for a little bit, then did in between the fib and these channels, and then up here it got sent back on this pivot level. So, you know, it's a cool strategy. It's why so many people are making so much money doing this strategy. It moves nice and slow, you know, and you don't need to do this share size. You can do 15 shares, you know. There we go. So we broke that. Oh, we've only got a minute and a half left. So I would sell out at this point. There we go. That is a long candle. I'm going to reverse if it gets high enough for me to reverse. Up at that volume level, that volume, I'm going to take that 69. What do I have that at? That's a little bit below that. Whoa. Let's see if we can make a tweezer here, because that is a shadow wick, but it's kind of giving you the evidence that there might be a tweezer move down here. No, 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 no. Don't go that way. Oh, dear. Ooh, I got back up to 1,700, or got up for the first time. I'm not sure if I've been up there before. This would have to be a great trade for me to make 2K, but it's not the best day for the RV strategy for me, obviously, but it's a good day. I don't want to get too spoiled. I mean, this is a good day, making 1,700, 1,500, whatever it ends up to be. we go. So 45 possibly turn around there. Oh, it blew. You see how fast it blew through that? All right, let's look at the 443.19 level. 443.19. Bam! They're just going right through it. Looking at $43. I'm going to take it at the 43. Oh, it's $100 short. I took it at 43 even, I thought. I don't know. So look at that. That was almost an abandoned baby right there, which is quite the move, which would go the length of this candle. So you could call that it's not really a hammer's at the bottom. So so it's not a shooting star, because this would make the body down here. It's a hangman. That's what that is. Well, I couldn't come up with the name of that. And that's showing a reversal, but it's also showing you almost an abandoned baby, like they dropped the baby off and mom didn't pick the baby up. No. So I'm out for the day, guys. Well, for this session of the day. And looks like everybody's very green. Some of you are still, obviously they can continue to trade without me. I'm no longer quarterbacking for this session. And so remember, look around. Don't forget to subscribe, give a thumbs up. I would check out some of those books. And just take it slow if you're new, and do it in a simulator and check around with everybody. Everybody's got different strategies out there. If anybody says that they work all the time, then I would get off of that channel. So, or even 80% of the time, or whatever. Or if they start off saying, I made $5 million, so buy this course. These are things that you should be smart enough to run from, right? Because they're not, in a situation like that. It's just, I'm sure there are people that have made lots of money. I know there are. They're not a lot of them common on YouTube, unless they're really selling courses. They're just really slamming you with courses. You got to start somewhere, though, right? You got to start somewhere. So, but hopefully this was helpful for you guys. I really appreciate it. Always stay inquisitive and stay green out there, and I'll see you soon.